Today I've got Barb Spratlin from Fort Myers, Florida. We're here to talk a little bit about her ProSelect Mentor Session. Welcome, Barb. Great to have you here today.
Glad to be here.
Well, Barb, you've been in photography for how long now?
8 years
8 years, so
professional. Yes.
relatively newcomer. Now, you took advantage of one of our ProSelect Mentor Sessions recently. Tell me a little bit about your mentor session. What did that help get you going a little bit faster in ProSelect?
It did. I when I first did the 30-day trial, and I went through the videos online, but actually talking to Carol and setting up the mentor session was very helpful, and I was able to talk, with her one-on-one, and it answered a lot of questions, that you can't ask a computer.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, I assume in your mentor session, she logged right into your computer, isn't that correct? And then was able to help you prepare a presentation, kind of go through the process all right on your computer?
Yes, yes, she sure did, and it was very thorough with it.
Yeah. Change. So, how were you selling your portraits before?
We were using a TV monitor, and then I was selling it through Lightroom, and then doing the slideshow through that.
Well, Lightroom's definitely a great program, but I don't think it has quite all the bells and whistles when it comes to selling for ProSelect. So I assume you saw quite a few changes when you actually switched over to ProSelect.
Absolutely, huge difference. Don't know why I waited so long to use it.
Well, I assume now with some of your sales, you've incorporated the room view into your selling. Is that correct?
Absolutely, that's the bomb.
The bomb.
Yeah.
Now, tell me a little bit about you had great success from what you told me with your first ProSelect sales session. Tell me a little bit about that session. Tell me about kind of what you've been selling in the past and how this made a difference out there.
My first ProSelect sales session was actually the one with the projector screen. And when I used the projector screen, I was very diligent about having the room view, having my clients send me the photograph of different rooms. And I told them that even if they didn't choose, just for the living room, to send me as many rooms as they thought that they might, would want to hang a portrait, because, one of the mentors had told me that. So I was very diligent with that. The first day that I used ProSelect, because I knew I was getting ProSelect, I had 5 sales sessions back to back that day, and it was on a Friday. So I actually ended up selling 4 by 40s, and in the 8 years of business, we had never sold a 40 by 60, and we sold our first 40 by 60 that day. And then in the past year, we've probably only sold 2 by 40s for the entire year, and I sold 4 on that first Friday. And I know it was because of ProSelect and because of using Room View, where they could actually see the appropriate size. And they're the ones that said, yes, that looks like the right size. That feels right.
Well, that's pretty amazing. I teach a lot of sales all over the country whenever I speak, and one of the things that I always teach people is you need to give customers the opportunity to buy. There never has to be anything about a hard sell, and I think that's the beauty of ProSelect is because it makes it so easy to be able to just show customers what they can do and how they can use photography as art in their home.
Absolutely.
So, how long did it take you? Was it much work to get your rooms into ProSelect? How did that work for you?
No, took us the longest time was making up our minds to do it. Um, we it didn't. I had my husband install a projector. We ordered the screen. I would say within a week's time. From the time that we decided to do it to actually start using it.
Yeah. So, would you say that how long do you think it took you to pay for all of your stuff when you bought your new projector, a screen, and ProSelect? The increase in sales, how long do you think it took you to pay for it all?
Within an hour and a half of my very first sale.
That's pretty good. I guess that's what you truly call an
My first
investment.
sale that Friday morning had paid for ProSelect. It was amazing. I am a ProSelect believer, and the thing is, I have heard very much into photography education, and I've heard it from the pulpit. I've heard it from speakers, from workshops, and they always encourage you. And that's what the ones that the most successful ones seem to use ProSelect. And I've heard it, and I just taken that financial step in my mind. It was just huge to change out what we were doing because I was very comfortable where we were at.
Sure.
You won't take ProSelect away from me now.
So, okay, so you had your first day of sales. So has that continued since then now? Have you still had success with it in the last couple weeks? You've only been using it, what, about 2 weeks now or so, something like
Few
that?
weeks, yes. Yeah, we absolutely have. I've sold some more 30 by 40 seems to be the magic number. Everyone likes the way that looks. Yeah, and I've sold a few more since then.
Well, Barb, I'd like to thanks for taking the time today to be with me to talk a little bit about ProSelect, and I wish you the best in all your future endeavors and make lots of money selling with ProSelect.